Hey guys, it's Mr. Francy here. So I was really trying to keep my review to one part, but this device cuts out in around about the 33-minute mark, and I was this far out from finishing, but I do want to finish my review, so here we are with part 2. So let's keep going with chapter 10, and hopefully next week I can get it all in even less than half an hour. But anyway, okay, so yeah, so she basically says, we want this to be a girls' table and you guys have to go. And it's like, well, hang on. What the heck just happened here? And so now that I have more time, I will take a longer moment to explain this. So Franny gets to the cafeteria. Luke and Gabe are sitting at the table that they all sit at. So generally speaking, because it's become commonplace now, Luke, Gabe, Taylor the Nailer, Shiley Riley, and Franny sit at the same table in the cafeteria for lunch. The girls go to get their lunch, and while they're going to get their lunch, I think Luke and Gabe might have had another spat. I don't know. But generally speaking, when these moments happen, they get to have a spat. Oh, that's right. Okay. Because it is only the perspective of Franny in this chapter, which is really annoying, we don't know what's going on with them. So I'm sure if we had Luke's perspective, we would have seen another spat occur between them, and I would have loved this. Lisa de Roches, can we talk about your decision making when it comes to this book? But anyway, so Franny is talking to the girls about the night they had the night before at the movies and all this. And she's acting very resentful to both of them. And they're both kind of making the point to her, well, we did invite you and you said no. What did you want us to do? Like, it wasn't a date. We said, do you want to come? You said no. So you didn't go, and we did. But anyway. And then she, as I've already said, she full on, all out asks Taylor, what happened? And Taylor, I thought Taylor was going to lie, but no, bless her. Taylor was very truthful and said, look, I tried. I did. I'll admit that. We had dropped Riley off. We were driving back to my place and I tried, and it gets, I don't want to go into the details she uses, but anyway, she says, basically, I did try. But then he stopped me, and so I think he rejected me, and then Franny goes all off her, no, you did this, and da-da-da, and she goes, well, no, I didn't. I told you that I tried, and he rejected me. Then Franny's like, okay, fine, nothing happened, cool, I'm good. Then we go back to the table, and Franny says, we have decided... Bless anyone who does this in a book or in real life. We have decided, the three of us, that we don't want this to be a co-ed table anymore, so you guys are going to have to move somewhere else. And both Taylor and Riley look at her like, what the hell? Were we having the same conversation? Because we never discussed this. What are you talking about? And the boys look kind of hurt and shocked as well. And here's me going, this came from out of nowhere. This never came up in conversation. I don't know why she's saying it. Let alone why she's saying we decided. But anyway, and so then Taylor, I think it's Taylor, but it could have been Riley. But anyway, no, it is Taylor. Taylor says, I have no problem with them being here. I don't think Riley does either. I don't think they do either. I think you're the only one who has a problem, which, I'm sorry, but bless Taylor. I never really liked her until this moment because she's right. So I think you're the only one who has a problem. So if you have a problem, you can go, but I'm staying. So Franny goes to leave. Taylor sits down. Riley feels caught in the middle. She doesn't know what to do, but Taylor convinces her to sit down with her. So... And then Franny leaves the cafeteria. It's a really odd moment that came from completely out of nowhere. I don't know what Lisa DeRoches was trying to do there. It, as you can hear by the inflection in my tone, it really annoyed me. But anyway, she ends up going through her pen pal letters. Again, we're going completely random. She's going through her... I think I've just made a connection. But anyway, we'll see. She's going through her pen pal letters, or she's about to... and she holds the letter, and suddenly, and I'm going to read this the way I wrote it, before she can read them, she gets a vision, ? Because the way that the vision is written, I can't tell. And Lisa Doroshis is good at this, and so is Brenna Yovanov of the other books that I'm reading at the moment, The Replacement. They're both really good at saying something without actually saying it, so that you, the reader, are awfully confused, going, hang on, are you saying this or are you saying this? Can't you just be obvious and blunt and just call a spade here? Like, what's going on? So here's what she writes, Lisa Doroshis. I'm going to tell you, you tell me what you think. She says, it feels like a bolt of lightning hits my brain and I am suddenly sick. I know this feeling. So what she knows is that her pen pal Galib is dead. Now, I don't get this. Is this a gut feeling she has? Like, the way that it's written, it's seems to me like it's connected to her touching the envelope. So to me, it sounds like she touches the envelope and gets a vision. But it could be a human thing, and she touches the envelope and then just gets a feeling going, oh, I think he might be. But she says it in such a way that she knows for sure that he is. Because at that moment, Luke comes out, and Luke reads the letter. Somehow he knows Urdu, because all of the letters that Galib writes is written in his native tongue, and his native tongue is Urdu. So, but he's a demon, so maybe he just knows all the languages of the world. Anyway, Luke tells Franny that Galib is not dead, but he's just going to Afghanistan to visit relatives and for a job. Franny is not convinced. She says, no, I know he is dead. So I'm going back and forth here. Did she have a vision? Is it just a gut feeling? But if it's just a gut feeling, why is she so convinced? I don't know. But I think because I really want fantastical moments in this book, I really don't like the lack of fantasy. So maybe for me, I'm just kind of forcing this side and going, hey, it's a vision, it's something. If it, and basically, I'll just wrap up the chapter because I'm right at the end anyway. So she therefore goes off to write a response to Galib without even reading the letter, even though Luke reads the letter, but he reads the letter to himself, and then he literally just tells Franny what I just told you guys, that Galib is going to Afghanistan to visit relatives for a job. That's all he says. So Franny is rejecting that and going off of what she's feeling or the vision she had. Comment below and let me know what you think it is. And so now she's going to write a letter to him because she's convinced he's dead. And again, it's random. It's come from out of nowhere because we didn't even know this happens before. And because it hasn't been discussed till now. It's not discussed clearly enough to know if this is just a human gut feeling or if this is an actual vision that she had or if it's a power that she has or whatever. We don't know. Now, it could be that this is explored throughout the rest of the book. And if this is what it is, here's my little prediction. If Franny gets visions, which are called so many different things across so many different universes, but we'll just use the word visions here. If Franny gets visions, it could be that that is why both sides want to tag her soul, because her visions are so reliable that they are going to assist either heaven or hell, and that could be the difference between who has a stronger stranglehold on the competition, on the other side. It could be. And if that's the case, great. But even if that's the case, I'll just wrap this up quickly. I didn't like this chapter. It was way too short. None of Luke's side either, which I did not like at all. Franny continuing to be her emotional self. I gave it a 1 out of 10 because it just wasn't an interesting chapter. Excuse me. If it ends up being that Franny gets it, as I'm saying, the prediction, Franny gets visions and, you know, it will help one side to defeat the other and that's why they want her. That's great. I still would say to Lisa Dedoshes, why did we spend 10 chapters doing basically nothing? Like, it annoys me. I've come into this book thinking it's a fantasy book because of the cover and because of the blurb. And yet it's a lovey-dovey, incredibly slow read. And, well, we got about 2 to 3 more weeks left of reviewing this book. As I say, it's for book club, so I will keep reviewing it. But at this stage, I don't know. I hope it gets better. I really do. But at this stage, I do not think I'm going to pick up another Lisa Dedoshes book again. Because if she has other books and they are as slow as this one, it would... If I didn't have ways to ensure this didn't happen, then it would put me into a reading slump. Absolutely. But I have ways to ensure that won't happen. In fact, I did say in my reading vlog that both of the books I'm reading at the moment, I'm not really enjoying them. But the positive with that is that the books they've assisted me to come up with the books that I'm going to read for next month. And I'm really excited about that. And I'll be able to explain why when we get to that point. But anyway, I will leave that there. Let me know what you think. I'm sorry that we had to do 2 parts here. Yeah, it is what it is. My camera cuts off after 33 minutes and there's nothing I can do about that. But anyway, I'll leave that there and let you go. Peace, blessings, and so much love. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.